Hello everybody, welcome to A Crafter's Story. It's Celeste here. Thank you for stopping by. If you enjoy this type of video where I try to experiment and see if I can what I can get away with. And then please hit that subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. So I was watching the lady from Chasing Paper, and I don't know her name, but I'm sure that many of the folks who are crafters and watch a lot of craft videos or have their own channels probably know Chasing Paper. And so she was making junk journal jewelry in the video that I recently watched, and I thought, oh, that's an idea. So this is totally different to what she had done because she was using some round little tags. I'm doing a little recycling here, so let me show you what I've done so far, just as I'm full of ink because I've been working on this morning. But here is my one little creation, and I'm using fabric strips and some paper, some gold paper and some ink and some ribbon, just honestly whatever I had around. And so there's my one. That was my second attempt. This one was my first little try. I really like this one actually. Blue is my favorite color, so it's like no big surprise there. So this is my blue inspired junk journal jewelry piece. And then this one is a little more, it's a bit bigger, more, that takes up more space, but also just, I love these. I really wasn't sure when I started out, but let me show you what I did. I'll move these just to the side a little bit. I took bits of fabric and I just used some liquid, that school glue, the liquid white runny Elmer's glue. It was actually the dollar store make that I had. And I pasted some strips of fabric that I have lying around, and I have some gold cardstock that I bought, and I don't know, it just wasn't really working for me. So I used that. I pasted this and let it dry, the fabric, and in places you'll see it kind of crinkled, and that's fine. I kind of embraced the crinkles. You'll see here, I just thought, whatever, it's fine. All right, so once this had dried on my little gold cardstock, I cut strips. So I have a bunch of these strips that I cut out. And so I've got the gold on the one side, the glued fabric on the other side. And let that just sit to the side. So I've got a bunch of them. You'll recognize those two. See that? Let me put a little bit more light. And you might recognize that one there. All right. So let me just put that aside again. Oh, I know I've forgotten to bring something out. Give me one sec. I know where it is. Luckily, found it. Because you'll notice that there is a shininess to this, and it's not tape. It is triple thick brush on glaze. I'm using the Deco Art. I know that Mod Podge makes one, and the lady from Chasing Paper was using one, and I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. She used the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. I don't have that one on hand, but I thought I'd try this, and it worked just as well. This is the triple thick Deco Art gloss glaze. So, okay, I'm using that. So once I had cut these guys out, I got my gloss glaze out. Which one haven't I got yet? I think, let me try, do this one. And, oh, I can open this. If I don't clean off the sides, it sticks on, and then I have a hard time getting the lid open. All right, you guys, I'm just going to kind of pour on a little bit of my gloss glaze, and try and be a little careful, because if you have bubbles, bubbles aren't great. It's not a train smash, because you can get a little needle and just pop the bubbles. But it's just, if you work slowly and just kind of smooth these things along, you probably won't get bubbles. So I'm putting the gloss glaze over my fabric that was glued onto the cardstock, and this is going to take 24 hours to dry, and so I'm not obviously able to use this one in the video, but I wanted to show you just how slowly but surely spread it all over the place, and it just seals the fabric in. Now I'm using fabric strips. I reckon you could probably also use little strips of paper. That should be fine. I'm going to just wipe this off here because I want to use this again. All right, there. Here is this one. There is that guy. Now I've already put the gloss glaze on this one, and it has already cured overnight. This is the raw one. This is the one with the glaze on it. So I'm going to use this one as our, actually no, I'm not. I'm going to use another one, but I wanted to show you what the difference was between the gloss glaze and the raw original. Actually, I'm going to use this one because I've got a bunch of embellishments out, but what I haven't done to the back of this one, and I have already to that one, which is why I hope I'm not rambling, guys. Sorry if I am. I'm trying to do this in a methodical way, and I'm not sure my brain works that way, but anyway. So let's just recap a little bit. You have glued your fabric to the cardstock, let it dry. You have cut strips and put some glaze to seal the fabric on the strip. And you then leave that. I'm just going to close this quickly, guys. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. You've then left your strip to dry and cure overnight. And then I went ahead and I punched some holes, put some of these eyelets in, and because I didn't like that sort of yellowy gold, I just don't, it's something about it that it's just me. Never mind me, it's just me. I didn't quite like it too much. So I tried to cover it with gold paint. I still don't like it. So I've got my Rangers alcohol ink out, and it's the Rangers alcohol ink in teak wood. Teak wood. Feels like I'm tongue twisted. Teak wood Rangers alcohol ink. Okay. So all I'm going to do with that is kind of plop it all over the place, and I'll take a brush. You can use a sponge or Q-tip. Let me just hold it down so I don't get the ink on my hands, and just spread it everywhere. And that way I was able to get rid of that sort of, I guess maybe it was because I was trying to get more of a rustic look with this project, and the gold was just not giving me that rustic feel. And again, you can see there's all these little folds and things, and I'm okay with the folds and things. The folds and things are okay. They just add character and some sort of vintage feel. Right, and then again, you're just going to leave that to dry. I'm going to move this guy aside as well. I've already done the aging at the back. Now to me it almost looks like a little metal plate. You see that? It still has that goldish shimmer, but it's almost as if it's tarnished, and I love that. That's really more of what I was hoping to accomplish with this, the back side of these little jewelry, junk jewelry tassels, dangles. I guess they're dangles. I did also, when this was dry, I did also come in and I'm not sure I like what I did here, but I put some ink over the metal part of this eyelet. Is it an eyelet? I never remember. And if I'm wrong, guys, just bear with me. my brain's like a strainer. Anyway, so here I am. My strip is complete. It's ready now to be embellished. I'm going to move this aside. I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to move these guys aside and bring out all the bits that I pulled out that I'm hoping to use to decorate this tag, this dangle. Now, this is the part where you can go bananas. I mean, I have fluffy bits, I have noisy bits, dangly bits, you know, just lots of bits that you can, a great way to use up your scraps. So lots of bits, guys. This actually came off, oh, never mind, I'm getting distracted. All right, so I am going to get some of, move these out of the way so I don't get them mixed up. I think I'm going to take my string, and what I've been doing is with those other three, I would put something on, think about it, don't like it, change it, put it back on. So play around. You don't have to decide straight away that you know, you don't have to be happy with your first attempt of what it is that you put onto your jewelry bit. I just kind of see what'll work. It's a bit chunky, but let's see if I can get that in still. Might be not able, but let's see. Oh, I think I did it. No, I got it. No, I don't got it. Not yet anyway. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. Okay. That's a good start. Let's come down here. Maybe I will go with, maybe I'll put some of this ribbon down into the bottom hole because there's a little bit of purple here. And I thought I could put some of that purple. Kind of, maybe I should come in from the back side and see. I did notice that if I handled the around the metal here too much, that the alcohol ink didn't stay. It would kind of come off on my fingers. So that's not permanent. All right, okay, so I've got that down there. Let me see if I can use this. I'm going to maybe put a key and an embellishment and see if this hole is a little higher. Might have to thread it through the ribbon instead, which will maybe not a bad idea because then the ribbon is secured through this. Did that work? Maybe if I pull it, okay, that's better. Okay, so that worked. I think I do want to put this at the back. I wasn't sure earlier. Let's see, because I think it kind of frames it a little bit. So let me undo the back of this top bulb pin. See, I do know things. I do know the name of some things. Gourd pin, bulb pin. People have different names for these pins. All right, so that is now the back. This is dangling nicely down here. I wonder if that's a bit too long, hey? Let's cut that. Maybe just do that. And that, there we go. I think that's better. It's not so long. I feel like it needs a little bit of a rustic. Well, it's got a lot of rustic. I'm just talking this through to myself, guys. So I'm rambling. But I hope that I'm making some sense. I've got some sort of twiny type wool here. I'm going to see if I can thread it. Oh, I don't have any nails. I cut my nails yesterday. But I did it. Yay, I did it. Okay, just pull that through. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I like that. I'm going to cut this a little shorter, I think. A bit too much. Maybe even cut this a little bit shorter. Like that. All right, so there's a lot going on here already, and I feel like I'm trying to get it to lie down. Everything's sticking. Okay, there's a lot going on. I feel a little bit like it doesn't have a lot of color, but then not everything has to have a bunch of color. Let me I'm just playing around. These are all a little bit dull. I have that. It doesn't go with the color scheme, does it? No. All right, we'll leave that off. I think sometimes it's okay to have something that's maybe not as blingy as, get that underneath, like that. Maybe not quite as blingy as everything else, because this is going to fit somewhere in one of my projects, and maybe going forward I can put a little name tag across here. I don't have one. Oh, that would have been pretty awesome actually, if I think about it. Give me a second. I think I know it'll look good. Just a minute. I've got flowers. I have flowers. I think a flower, if I can find a purple one, a little one. Little purple flower. No, but I've got a red one. I wonder if the red one will look good. Actually, that's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. This one looks like it's... Oh, I found a purple one. Okay, it's a bit big, but let's see. What if I did... Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. And then all I need is to put... I think what I'm trying to get at here, folks, is that you can just keep going. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get my glue out. And you can keep layering, keep adding. There is no rule book here. You're just going to find what you have, use what you find, and it's a little bit like collaging, I suppose you could say. All right, let's see. Get this little guy down as well. And if I had any handy, I don't, unfortunately. I probably could have put like a little pearl there. I won't go rushing off again, but I think because I have some pearls just not on hand right now, but that I think is what I'll do here, is I'll put a little pearl there. So I'm not going to move this around too much because I've got all the glue going, but I think I can do a flyby. All right, we'll start here. What do you guys think? I actually quite like this one. I thought it was going to be a little dull, and it's not. Turned out quite sort of vintagey, hey? I think very Victorian vintagey. And I really like that. So there's that one. I'll do a flyby with the others and just get a better look of what they look like. untangle it a little bit and get all the stuffs to the fronts. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. I kind of got it. All right, there's the flyby of this one. And I really like that it's got a bit of sound. And you can do some journaling over here on the back of this one. So that's quite nice. All right, so we've got that one down there. Do another flyby with this little blue one, which I said was my favorite. And it's a lot to do with just the color. I love the color and the rose. Little, and there we go, like that. I really love this. I can see this as a dangle on the outside spine of a journal. If you don't have a bunch of embellishments on them, maybe like this one, for instance, you might even be able to use it as a bookmark, possibly. There we go. And just a lot of fun and a great way to use up some of your bits and pieces. All right. Well, there you go. I hope this was something that you found interesting and fun and that you would perhaps want to try. Make some junk journal joy. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for sticking around. I'll see you next time. Bye.